everyone? Meta, how's everybody doing tonight? My name is Dynamite Suzukishi. Here's our game audio. Dynamite Suzukishi World's 30 strong alpha VTuber, same currency name for World Encounter Speedrunning Champion. There we go. I don't know why none of my icons in my chat logs want to work, but we're gonna pretend that they're working because there's nothing I can do about it. Gosh, doesn't a game feed look dark? Like it just doesn't look right. Hang on. I just don't know if like my second monitor just had a wrong angle. Watch me break the stream. That's not hitting the button. There we go. Yeah, that's just cutting everything off. Okay. It just doesn't look right for some reason. I think my monitor just had a funny angle. We're gonna be playing some Earthbound tonight. We're gonna be doing more Pokey speedruns. I think I've nailed down all the loose boards on this new route. I think I finally have a run that doesn't consistently die to the first boss fight, and that first boss fight's like 30 minutes in. I think we're good. Doesn't mean that there's no chance that I game over, but it's a much smaller chance that I game over on the first boss fight, and a much smaller chance I game over on the second boss fight. I think we've got a good route, and I've routed out an entire shopping trip. We never go back to winters, basically. This is good. This is all good stuff. But before we get started, just as a reminder, I'm always raising money for charity on my channel, and right now I'm raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. You can find out more about them at stjude.org or by using charity command in your chat. Most of the money that you will donate will go towards St. Jude's ability to provide care, lodging, help with travel expenses, food, prescriptions. Anybody who takes their loved ones, anyone who takes their children to St. Jude to receive care will never receive a bill for treatment, for care, for those prescriptions. And all of that is only possible, of course, because of viewers like you who donate to fantastic charities such as St. Jude. Again, if you'd like to learn more about them, go to stjude.org or use the charity command in chat. You can donate with the donate command in chat. I'll take you to the fine link that you need to use to donate through. You can get a list of incentives by using the incentives command in chat, or you can use the donation link. That'll walk you through your incentives as well there. Or if you'd like to support the streamer, if you'd like to support little old me, you can do that with the Ko-fi, K-O-F-I command in chat. That'll take you to the Ko-fi page. You can send a little scratch my way, should you so desire, or use the merch command. Pick up some merch for yourself as well. I need to find my drawing tablet. Or I need to replace it. One of the two. Because I'd like to do another drawing stream at some point. I'd like to draw more of the Hollow Ladies and have more shirts and stuff for going to conventions and stuff. Oh, I gotta put the ad break away. And right now the scoreboard is not tracking football. I need to update football for the new code that I have put in for every other sport that I haven't updated for football yet. So that will be hopefully be up by next stream. I also need to make a logo for it, and I haven't done that yet. But there's only one game live right now. It's KC Baltimore at Kansas City, I believe it is. Boom, 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 boom. What are we gonna name everybody today? We've done food, plenty. We've done Hololive characters, plenty. What else could we do? I guess we could just leave it up to the don't care button. Dan! What was the name of that Nintendo Switch cardboard thing? Because it wasn't Lotto, but wasn't it something like that? Hold on. Labo. Labo. The name that Pooh got assigned made me think of it. Where's my splits? We'll go. I could have times. And again, we are playing Pokey% today, which means instead of Ness being the leader of the party, prophesized by the Apple of Enlightenment, instead of Ness, we're going to trade him away and add Pokey to the party instead. Pokey is a guest character, which means I have no control over him. RNG is going to determine what he does. There's a 50-50 chance or something like that that he'll either waste a turn, or he'll waste a turn but using more letters in the text box to do so. So we're not going to be getting a whole lot of contribution from Pokey. And we are going to be losing, I should say, all of Ness's DPS and healing and tankiness abilities. And we've lost them, not quite right now, but we're in the process of losing him now. The first thing we're going to do is, as soon as you hop out of bed, we're going to hit that reset button and head over to our third save file here. This is one of those fun categories where you can use pre-made save files to use different glitches, do some out of bounds and sequence breaking and all sorts of fun stuff. And most of our glitches are going to revolve around stairs. particularly this set of stairs down here, underground in Threed. It was going too fast there. We're good. We can do the text box. Text box boss. There we go. Because I hit the wrong button there. I get to do all that over again. And once we load in our speedrun file, you'll see that Ness has been teleported to that magical staircase. Can walk through the door, and we've now skipped roughly a third of the game. I guess a third's a good estimate. We're skipping recruiting to our second party member, right to recruiting our third party member is one way to look at it. Because you're already getting the introduction sequence to Jeff. Or I think he's Dan in this run, to Dan. And Ness will not be an active party member for the rest of the run. We're going to see his sprite a couple of times in very limited fashion. He may pop up on the screen, but he's never going to be an active party member. Which also means, for those of you not familiar with, I guess for those of you familiar with the game too, you would know this, but Ness has an ATM card, and when you defeat enemies, you don't get cash. Your dad deposits money into Ness's bank account, and we no longer have that ATM card and the PIN to access that money. So we're gonna have access. I mean, we gotta get money somehow. Basically, all of our DPS is going to come from cash. This is going to be a pay-to-win speedrun. So we're gonna have to get cash somewhere, but for the most part, we're going to get access to exactly half of the money that we earn in this speedrun. Like in most typical RPGs, items sell for, you know, about half of their purchase price. You know, something like that. So you could look at it half as getting half of our money that way, because we're going to be selling some items that we find, but we're not going to be getting the full value of those back in our pockets. And any enemies that I defeat, we're also going to only get access to half of that money, because we can get to the money, we can get to the account, but not through completely legal means, which means we need to pay our accomplice a pretty hefty sum. Grab this, this optional item, I should say. At home site's gonna be money. We're gonna sell that pop gun at some point too, but actually do want to use it as a weapon for the first little bit of the run. Get right over here to our Winter's Drugstore and save the game. Ouch. And reset. We're gonna be doing another stairs glitch here. It's gonna be a little bit different than the first one, so if you missed it, don't worry about it. We're gonna see it a lot, and I'll talk our way through it as we go through. This time I'm gonna load the second save file, which is set up in Summers. And we have a damage over time effect on us. It's either sunstroke or poison. And in this case, I'm gonna get a game over right in the middle of that staircase. There we go. And when you're standing on the staircase in Earthbound, to keep a very long explanation very, very short, when you're standing on the staircase, the game is letting you walk through walls. And since I haven't gotten off the staircase, my speedrun file can now walk through walls as well. I need this audio cue, hold on. That's where I'm turning. So we started in the Winter's Drugstore, and if I wander through the abyss here, we'll end up in the Onett drugstore and can walk through this door. See, we made our way all the way back to Onett. Hamburger. Let's into the library. We gotta grab the town map. The town map's gonna be very important. And as a new addition to the run, we're actually going to head to the treehouse behind the library here, where Ness and his friends kind of have a little clubhouse. And one of Ness's friends will give us his Mr. Baseball cap, which is about $100. once we sell it. So that's good money too. I got my trash can hamburger, got the cat. Okay, I think all I gotta do now is go and game over. If anyone wants to fight me. Thank you. There we go. And split. Oops, what am I doing? Sell? Baseball cap. Buy a skip sandwich. And now we're gonna save the game. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna use this Summers file again. I've got exactly 1 hit point, so as soon as the Sunstroke deals damage, there's our game over. And this time you'll have be able to see a little bit easier what it is that I'm doing. We can also talk a little bit more about the world map in Earthbound. The reason why the town map is so important is that everything in Earthbound exists in one map file. It looks like I'm walking through the void, but I'm not. And if you listen to the music, you can kind of take a guess as to where I am. Like, I think we'll hear the shop music in a second. But when you hear the meteorite crash, next track, that means we're back in Nessa's house. So if I open and close the map, it'll get rid of the void and load in the correct graphics for me. So we made it all the way back to Nessa's house, except we're playing as Jeff. We have to play through a little bit of the prologue. So you've got to run up and go try to check out this meteorite. And I do want to level up, but I don't want to level up here if I can help it. Where'd the pop gun go? We're gonna try to avoid any more fighting. If I were a Earthbound 80% speedrunner, I'd have much better stutter stepping in my pocket. It's just not a trick that I would even make much use of in this run. But I should probably go and work on that at some point. You can also despawn enemies by just walking away and then walking forward again, but that can waste a lot of time too. Let's see if we can just get rid of this snake. Nope, that's fine. They should be able to one-shot it. All these snakes. Since I'm even getting into combat, it's probably faster to just fight them. But anything else, I kind of want to try to despawn it or juke it out. It might be in the clear now. And if you are really familiar with this game, you may be wondering why there's enemies here to begin with. Because at the very start of the game, on your first trip up to the top of the hill, there's not supposed to be enemies there. But since we watched the cutscene where we get introduced to Jeff, and I guess maybe even specifically when we leave Snowwood, I don't know exactly when the switch happens, but at some point during Jeff's introduction sequence, the game flips the switch and turns random enemy spawns back on. That's why we have to do any fighting whatsoever in that sequence. Because normally you wouldn't. There wouldn't be anything there for you to fight. Yeah. Can you stop talking? Thank you. And talking to mom here is super important because wherever Ness is in the world, that cutscene, not even that cutscene, but talking to your mom there, makes Ness change out of his pajamas. And, which means if this was a pajama percent speedrun, we would have just invalidated it. It's more than just a cosmetic change. By changing out of your pajamas, you can try to walk out the door here, and you get a phone call from Ness's dad, which means now I can call dad and save the game at any phone that I want to in the game. The big, gimmick's probably not the right word, but the big mechanic, if you will, that you're working around in a pajama percent speedrun of this game is not just staying in your pajamas, it's having limited save points to use to power all of your glitches. You really have to route around a very tiny selection of save points to do all of your fun stuff. Reset save split. And it out of bounds again. Again, anytime you see the void in Earthbound, just know that there's something out there. It's not necessarily actually the void. And the reason why there's any void there at all, the reason why nothing's loaded in, is that the game only loads in the graphics that it needs for the room that you've just loaded into. So here it's just loading the graphics for Ness's house. Listen to audio here. See if I can find the spot. See, that's another part of Ness's house. So the game is just clever about not putting similar looking rooms like next to each other. That's a hotel. I probably want it here. Yep. So I'm gonna avoid that door. Because when I open the map there, it loads in the dilapidated shack graphics, if you will, which is also the graphics used for this room. That's in the Dusty Dunes Desert. And this is not on the town map. You can hear me trying to open the town map. The Dusty Dunes Desert is not on the town map. And that's why the town map is so important and it powers so much of your out of bounds play. You need to use the town map to load in graphics for wherever it is you're trying to go. I'll take a nap here to fix our broken spray can. And I got a gut feeling I'm gonna walk outside and get smacked in the head, so let me save the game real quick. Click, beep, beep, beep. Okay. I do want to pick up a couple of items hidden here in the desert. Ow! Unless I can drop, yeah, to crack that. Boom, boom. There's gonna be a prison up ahead here that's got just straight cash in it. It's a cool 1K. Not even buried out here in the desert. It's just right out in the open. For a second I thought I missed it somehow. There we go. And there we go. There's the blinky blinky, which means that damage over time effect I've got on my we'll say stairs glitch files. I've got it on my main speedrun file now too, and that's important. The other important thing to do is not to forget route change. I gotta come up here and fight this mole. I need to level up from fighting this mole. gonna be a pretty big level up, and all this is really gonna do, only thing I'm really looking for here is max HP. I'm trying to get my max HP higher because of the scrolling hit point mechanic in this game. When you take damage in combat, you don't take it right away. The game will count down one by one each individual hit point down to whatever your new number's supposed to be. Come on, let me see the game. Thank you. And for our first boss fight, I know I'm going to get one shot on the first turn. I know that. And if I have 30 hit points, if I mash real good, most of the time I'll get to my turn before I game over, but sometimes I don't. If I level up a little bit, hang on. You can tell hitting out the wrong button in that text box there wastes a lot of time. That's why I always just have to take a step there. But if I level up a little bit, my max hit points are higher, so it's basically impossible for me to not at least get my one turn in. I see we got a nice long trip to the void here. And I got my turbo map button on here. We're getting close. Next time the music cuts out for a second or two, we should be where we want to be. There we go. Plenty of hit points to spare to go shopping with, too. So the big thing I want here is this crystal charm. It's going to give me a nice big speed boost, which is going to make my bottle rockets deal more and more consistent damage. We're done here. I think I need to sell, though. And I can't sell at the food vendor. Get rid of this. And this. And the Holmes hat. I need 6 healing items. I have 2. So I have my 4 boiled eggs. You're the wrong person. And you talk a lot for being the wrong person to talk to. Boiled egg. 2 boiled eggs. 3 boiled eggs. That was not what I wanted to buy. But it's a 4th healing item, so we're gonna go with it. And if I gotta sell something a little extra, I have a backup for that if I just goofed up my money route, but I don't think I did. I need 5 total multi-bottle or big bottle rockets. Got 1 in my pocket already, so that should be 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh no! Did I forget to sell something? Or can I just not count? 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 16 items. 4. Oh, I gotta sell the popcorn. I forgot. There's 5. I just gotta wait for a little bit more health to drain off because I need to get down to critical hit points. 10. I thought I had 1 more tick. All right, save, reset. We can clear that split. I'm not worried about losing time there. That split's way different now than it used to be. I'm gonna load this 3 file again. So I guess it's kind of important that I talk about it a little bit. As you can see, it's a pretty long trip just to get there. But the staircase down here is very important. Like I said, the game only loads in the graphics it needs for the room you've just walked into, more or less. So when you step down here, you can see it's a very small room. There's not a whole lot going on here. Second. So the game hasn't loaded in a ton of graphics, which means this room probably shares a tile set with something else. And I didn't really talk about it, but very shortly, I got the game over as I'm stepping onto the staircase there instead of the middle of the staircase. And that's why when I load in my speedrun file here, it's gonna move me to that staircase. Get to the top, turn around. I'm at low hit points, that's gonna knock me out of bounds. And now I gotta heal. And I gotta make sure I do not touch this map button, because I need this tile set that's loaded in to stay in memory. So we got a pretty long walk here. You can listen to all the music changes trying to figure out where it is that we are, if you played the game before. We're gonna be hearing this song in a little bit. We're actually on our way here. Turn here. And our first destination is Dungeon Man, the man who turned himself into a living, breathing dungeon for you to explore. And by going out of bounds, we've skipped pretty much all of Dungeon Man. We'll grab a present here. And all I have to do now is not get into a fight. If any of these presents touch me, it's game over and I have to hit reset and do this whole glitch over again. Don't do that. Don't try to shoot the gap on me. Stay away. Stay away. Stay away. A little bit of let's see, I'm stretch. Excuse me. My drink go. So now we've made our way to Deep Darkness. So we're gonna hear that track that I pointed out before. We're gonna hear that here. We're gonna hear that here. We've also unlocked the ability to teleport here, but I don't have the teleport spell yet. And we should probably just take a nap here. The problem being that I'm gonna have to wait for, well, no, because I got one more trip I gotta make, and then I have to worry about my critical hit points. But let's sell that ribbon I just found. Let's see if I did give up the money route with the wrong item. Nope, we got $2 left. Skin of our teeth, that's okay. We may run into a money problem later, but the backup item's right next to that NPC, so we'll be fine either way. And then one more little quick trip out of bounds, and then we're going to finally get to our first boss fight. But if I don't do this now, the game is gonna soft lock after the first boss fight. And that's no good for anybody. Well, the game won't necessarily soft lock, but either the game will soft lock when I use the exit mouse to teleport, or I lose at least 5 minutes to take the backup route and just walk out on my own 2 feet is bad. Do not want to do that. So I'll just take a quick trip out of bounds here. And again, I'm waiting for low hit points anyway, so I gotta milk some hit points off just as well. Go for a little jog. We're gonna skip all of Deep Darkness. Head right over here. Back out of bounds, or I'll walk back to the cave door so we can mash through this text. Wow. And I think I'm 1 healing item ahead. I don't think I have room for this death ray I was about to pick up. I don't want to heal now. Yeah, I'm all full, so let's just drop a bold egg. Yeah, there's plenty of garbage in the trash can. Alright, so we just gotta wait for a little bit of hit points to melt away. One more. Wait, no, I think is it 8 or 6? I guess I'll just wait. I thought it was 10, but then I couldn't remember. And again, don't worry about the splits too much. All of my splits are gonna be wrong until the next one. The next split is where it all kind of gets back on track. At least for a little bit. Because all I did was change the order of my splits, so right now the game is assuming I'm going from what's now the second boss fight to the first boss fight. That route's just completely different. So don't trust the plus minus until the end of the next split. I think I was too slow. We'll see. I might have been too slow getting to the bottom step there. In which case I'll probably be able to walk out of bounds, but I won't get the teleport that I need. Oh, we're good. Let's heal. This is probably the second longest trip out of bounds. Boom, 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 boom. This is where I want to turn. Get the woodle, 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 woodle. You just have to turn a little bit. I'm just gonna change again here-ish. A little early. Awesome music. Go boom, boom. And pretty soon we're gonna go from all the way that little staircase, teeny tiny staircase in Threed. Gonna wind up with us being in the end of Starman DX base. I'm gonna heal myself to full. And I know that 99% chance I'm not surviving this first turn. But again, watch how the hit points tick down one by one by one. As long as I get back to my turn, we're good. Oh, I actually outspeeded the boss. I didn't even need to level up for nothing. The problem is I don't know if that's I don't think that's guaranteed is the issue. I might not need to level up before this fight. I mean, well, let me rephrase that. Technically, I don't need to level up before this fight. I mean, to make it like consistent, like I would do for a live event, might not need to level up. I'll have to go play around with it some more because I've been getting kind of lucky. I just don't know if it's luck or that my stats are just that good. Ooh. All right, let's get a huge level up. Get a Saturn ribbon, saving today. Applicant's going to advance the story quite a bit here. Is my item count off of it still? Nope, I got room for the X mouse. Okay. Because I was trying to do the math in my head. I'm like, I think I still have too many items. But no, we're good. Oh yeah, I had to heal right at the start of this trip. That's what I forgot. So to talk to Mama Mouse here. The X mouse will take you to the entrance of the last cave that you've entered, which is all the way back in Tenda Village. Oops, and what am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go take a safe to save. So I got another boss fight right here. Yep. I'm not going out of bounds, I just wanted to save a game. Health is good. Please let me through. I should probably just go back inside, because I don't think I'll be able to avoid this fight. Yeah, that's fine. I wanted to give it a shot. Ideally, there's no enemies out there. But this is the last, these are the last random enemy spawns I'll have to worry about for the entire run. We're about to do away with random encounters, such as they are in the world of Earthbound. Gotta get to this boss fight first, though. You're gonna attack me, aren't you? If I keep going. Do it. Stay over there. Thank you. Plenty of health. I'm still gonna heal the fall. Where's that coquette? There we go. Drowned to death in puke, he says. It's a little much, don't you think? Big bottle rocket. That's good, that's fine, because that doesn't deal damage to me, so that's fine. Another big bottle rocket. Mash buttons. Nausea doesn't bother me. More big bottle rocket. Wow, I'm getting great RNG on this boss fight. I'm not even taking real damage here. Big bottle rocket. If I got this kind of RNG on the other route, I wouldn't have needed a new route. Alright, let's finish leveling up and then I can split and see where we are. Okay. So let's go. First, let's despawn the enemies that are already up there, and then let's just despawn all enemies ever, forever and ever, never to return. Y'all just don't want to play long though. That's fine. The real issue is like, it's just, yeah, kind of cramped quarters. And you move so slow, so I don't want to move more than I have to, but I gotta move down a little bit more. Go away, stay away. All right, good. Sneaky, sneaky. Right in the middle of this little section here, I should be able to teleport to... Oh, net. Oh, net. I need to change my route around. I just realized I've got my splits in the wrong order. When I was writing up the notes, I didn't think this order mattered, but it does. I need to go to a net first, because we're going from one drugstore to another again, so I just as well leave from the O-Net drugstore. Gotta fix my route again. Headed back to the library to get the book called Overcoming Shyness. It is a load-bearing book, if you will, central to the plot. Then we're headed back to the O-Net drugstore. On it. Want it. Our save reset, and you're right. If Ness isn't joining the party, then I only have one more party member to pick up. You're correct in that assessment. Our last party member is going to be Paula, and I need the Franklin badge, so we're going to go see Paula, our last party member, but she's not coming with us. Because saving her, technically speaking, saving her is optional. And if I don't gotta do it, then I don't want to do it. Boo-boo-doo-boo-boo-doo-boo. Here's a important little sequence of events, most of which is going to be happening behind the scenes. So I'll try to explain it kind of simply. We're going to walk in this house, and a cutscene is going to start. The game really, really wants us to not just get this cutscene with Paula, talking to Paula, but also walk back outside and get into a scripted fight against Evil Pokey and some minions. I guess really just the minions, but the game does not want us to find any way to escape the enemies outside the door. So what it's done in the background is it's turned off damage over time, and it's turned off random enemy spawns, so that I can't go outside, get into a different fight, and game over and skip this dialogue. But it doesn't expect me to be able to use teleport. I need to go shopping, so that was technically the wrong teleport, but we'll fix it in a second. Skadoosh. Now, since we've skipped talking to Pokey there, the game's still waiting for us to go back and get that cutscene. So that switch that it just turned off is still off. So there's no enemy spawns. So right now, I wouldn't be taking damage over time, I think, until I save and reload my game. So the game's a lot... Ooh, that was awful. That was a terrible teleport. Let's try that one more time. Yeah, if you use teleport and then walk through the swamp, you keep your teleport speed. And here is our ATM guy. And I mean ATM guy. It's a guy you can see breathing through the bamboo shoot here. And any money that I withdraw from Ness's account, he will give me, but he'll also charge me the same amount as a fee. So if I want $600, I get $600, but I got to pay him another $600 on top of it. And that's why I said we get access to exactly half of our money in this category. Should be another item to sell. Yeah, Saturn Ribbon and a Death Ray. Saturn Ribbon. What's my shopping trip here? 3 multi-bottle rockets. We got the cash for that. Two. 3. And then I think 3 super bombs, right? Yeah. Those are all gonna go to Lotto here. Pack that in the village. And it'll lose some time to that incorrect teleport, but that's okay. We'll make up for it. Oh, I've missed 2 splits. There we go. Fuzzy Pickles. This is our one and only Fuzzy Pickles in this category. Now we get to set the player name. It's very important. It's a separate conversation there, but after you set the player name and the text boxes end, you can talk to the Tenda Chief and get a bag of Dragonite. What am I doing? I'm trying to use the bad key machine. I don't know what in my head made me think I need to use the bad key machine there, but that's okay. Talk to you twice. You can see this place is supposed to be swarming with enemies, and it's gonna be completely empty. Absolutely nothing to worry about. And we got time to take a bit of a detour here. We're gonna grab res item and some extra healing, but mainly just the res item. She could crack my neck, crick in my neck. This is the Earth's belly button. around here. Alright, good. Line up the inventory perfectly because now I don't have to move as much stuff around. We're gonna give this goes to Charm to Poo. If there's anything else I need to move over. Good, good, good. Right. And now we're about to see a huge time save on the split. That was a nice damage roll. Not quite nice enough. That's okay. I got one extra big bottle rocket. That should do. Nice. Oh my goodness, stop holding up. Alright, good. See, we're not quite splitting yet. We're gonna split at the big wall of text up here. Excuse me. Yeah, see, I told you it was a big time save. We just had to get past all the splits with all the big route changes on it. And we should save some time here too, because normally I'd have to go shopping again before Magic Hand, but now I do not. Mainly because we save needing a multi-bottle rocket for the bar fight. Because now I just use big bottle rockets on that. It saves cash, and it saves a big ticket item at the cost of, obviously you can see that was like a 4 or 5 round fight, and normally if it goes 2, I'm in trouble anyway. So the fight's a little bit longer, but not that much longer. Definitely shorter, definitely saving time here by dragging that fight out for a few more turns, and saving a shopping trip. And this is my favorite little bit of these Pajama Percent multi-save file glitchy Earthbound categories is going to Lost Underworld, because you're meant to be fighting dinosaurs, so the game gives everybody really teeny tiny sprites so that, you know, in comparison the dinosaurs are huge. Well, Pokey's not meant to be here, so Pokey doesn't have a tiny sprite, so Pokey just becomes dinosaur sized. Womp. 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 Oh, I shot the gap. Let's go. Let's get our gear situated. Franklin badge, C pendant. Why don't I Paul in the party? Keep forgetting I'm not Paul in the party. I can't set up my gear yet. Now we're headed to Winters. And as you can see on the splits, our next stop is Magic Hand. And for those of you who've never played this game before, I don't want to spoil like all of the plot and story and stuff. You really should play the game, give it a try at least once. But Magic Hand's a really dangerous place, and you're meant to only have one party member here. Oops. Sorry, there was a bump outside the door. I got distracted a second. You're meant to only have one of your party members here. I'm all over the place now. We're gonna be able to bring in everybody, and very importantly, There's lots of dangerous, scary enemies here, usually, but we've turned random enemy spawns off. So there's not going to be anything in Magic Camp waiting for us. All I gotta do is head to this tent. And again, it's a teeny tiny little room. You know what that means. That means there's other hidden graphics hiding somewhere beyond in the void for us to take advantage of. Save game. Whoa. See ya, Ness. Load back in. As long as I don't open the map, way out here in the abyss, we're gonna see about half of Magic Camp. It's not gonna load in super well, but it's gonna load in a door, which lets me get back in bounds. Air quote, back in bounds, which is all that matters to me right now. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. I walked right through the door. Did you see that? Right through the door. What the heck? Pick up one more item that it's still in the route. I need to actually do the math on the last bit of the run. I don't know if they need that goddess band. But I think I do if I'm gonna buy my Horn of Life. That's the other thing I have to do, is I have to time picking up the Horn of Life versus buying it. Picking up the free one, I should say, versus buying it in Saturn Valley later. So there's a couple of loose ends I still need to tie up as far as routing goes, but I wanted to show off the new route. Most, 99% of the routes ready to go. I can't believe I got to skip the first Kraken. That first Kraken never lets me by. Never, ever, ever lets me by. I have an extra multi-bottle rocket, so let's just take this Kraken on. If I had to fight the first one, I might have bothered trying to dodge that one out. Because I have a little bit of extra ammo, but not much, and I have one more Kraken I might have to deal with. We got lucky. Yeah, so this fight also is supposed to be really scary, but you're not meant to have multi-bottle rocket cheese. And also, welcome to a 6-minute wall of text. And if you think I'm joking, I assure you I am not. Most of this is going to be spent leveling up, because we're about to get 200,000 EXP, which is good, except all of it's going on Ness, which is bad, because Ness is level 1. So he's going to gain 34 levels. Plus a bunch of other level ups. So yeah, 6-minute wall of text. Right, what are we at? What's the timer at? 56? Almost 57. We'll say 57. great time to read donations. Turn it over to the host desk. I guess we would have to say 56 because the 6-minute wall of text actually ends when you finish fighting Ness's nightmare. So we'll say 56. Because you level up a little bit there too. Restaurants for 200, Alex. All right, restaurants for 400, Alex. The Set Pizza Trattoria, a restaurateur. This is the type of Italian restaurant he owns. Pizzeria. What is a pizzeria? Why is the answer in the okay? A sushi bar, spice ones should learn the word sapinuki or no wasabi. Wasabi? Yeah. What is wasabi? Restaurants for 8. But you've done a lot of photos. The seller of what was once a goldsmith shop near Pontevicio in this Venice. Where is Venice? What is Venice? Florence. I have no idea. What kind of restaurant is that? Oh, a vegetarian. Yeah, that makes sense. So I was like, grass. What is a grass restaurant? That don't make no sense. Text box is not done, by the way. So I guess I should specify it's maybe not a 6-minute solid wall of text. It's like 4.5 minutes of text, a very short cutscene, more text, a short walk, and then more text. Point being, I've just been holding down 3 turbo buttons for 4 minutes now, give or take. Actually, don't know when I split on that split, so let's just skip it. So if I want to teleport to Satin Valley, I have to leave and then re-enter Satin Valley to unlock the teleport here. Otherwise, you lose, I think, 3.5 minutes getting here some other way. I'm gonna drop this teddy bear. I'm sorry, teddy bear fans. It's got to go. I didn't mean to talk to you twice. Let's go shopping first. Let me leave, dude. Yap, 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 yap. So I need, how many heals am I expecting? Oh, it just says 2 full. Well, that doesn't help me out too. It says 5. I gotta just limit it. It's gonna be 5 heals. Paul's got 1 on her. Jeff's got 1 on her. That should be 3. Well, that's why I don't have any of my cash yet anyway. Sure. Well, I don't know that for next time. You really do have to go get the cash first. Oh no, I can sell. Sushi. Don't overthink it, buddy. I just didn't want to have to walk back up here. I forgot I can sell. Where's... That should be all the healing that I need for Paula. So I can move Tree Jerky over. Sea Pendant's gotta move. Drinking Badger's got to move. But here's the thing. Paula, or I guess in this case, Jane is level 1. And Jane is kind of the only party member that matters in the final boss fight. And you'll see what I mean when we get there, but it's gonna be okay. We'll be fine with level 1 Paula. We'll make it work. Also, I've threaded that needle that I just did on that teleport maybe once before ever, so sure. There we go. If you get the return journey. Not quite, but close. I need 2 multi-bottle rockets. Both are going on Dan. I need super bombs, aplenty. Paula. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heals. Okay. Turn the crowd over. Turn the crowd, the Dragonite over. Dragonite. Gear check. Sea pendant's on. Got it. Yep. Sea pendant, Franklin badge. Good. 2 multi-bottle rockets. Got some cash left over. I don't think I'll ever use these, but I'm safe and sorry. And now we can go to Onett. I teleported to Tenda Village and immediately crashing, but I actually am trying to go to Tenda Village because our next stop is Onett. We're just gonna find a different way to get there rather than just teleporting to Onett. The big problem is we never finished the prologue, so if I actually try to walk over to Ness's house, which is what I need to do, the police are still in the way. The roadblock is still in the way. In fact, I think what's even funnier is the roadblock's in the way, but it's invisible because the map has changed. Some trigger has changed. So you can't see that the police roadblock is there, but the hitboxes are still active. Oh my gosh, the aliens are out. Oh no. What are we gonna do? I thought that's gonna be more dramatic packs. Out of bounds like this, you also cannot get into random encounters. That butterfly's just gonna make me bonk. I'm not even gonna bother trying. Ooh, I did not leave money for a Horn of Life. Oh, a couple life needles has to move over anyway. I'm glad I'm double checking this. Oh, I forgot I had to save like 900, another 900. I forgot I had to save some money for. All right, we'll go with Plan B. That's why I had so much cash. I thought something was off. I knew something seemed fishy. I gotta pick up a Horn of Life now. There it is. See, and now I've got too many super bombs. Those two, I should have not bought the 2 super bombs. All right, I gotta put that in big bold letters in my notes then, so I don't make that mistake again. Boom, bada boom. Yap, 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 yap. Bump, bump, bump. We're technically gonna start losing some time on this split. That's because there's a shopping trip on this split, and somehow, magically, in I guess my PB, I managed to not have to shop in this last split, or something like that. And I've just never been able to green split. What do I gotta do here? Come on, game. Jeez, I've been able to green split this split in years. Not even close. So I'm not too worried about losing time here. I need to get my splits all cleaned up after this anyway, so we'll just eat the time loss and know that we're really kind of ahead going into the next split. Well, I mean, we really are going to be ahead going into the next split. Kind of a long cutscene here, with some splashing, some flashing in it too. All right, knock on wood. We're about to take our last save of the game. And this is when I would normally split. One more out of bounds trip to take to get us to the last boss fight. Knock on wood, unless we game over. Boom, 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 boom. Just in case you were wondering, yeah, A, we're going out of bounds because, you know, it's faster to get through this. But also B, just look at all the enemies that normally you'd have to deal with here. And that's just a very tiny fraction of the walking around you normally have to do. It's ridiculous. The last sections of this game are utterly ridiculous. Franklin, C, Horn of Life, Rabbits, 2MBR, Life, okay. All right, let's do it, baby, let's go. Evil Pokey. It's not Pokey Prime. We have Pokey Prime. We have the good Pokey. That's Evil Pokey. So what's the strategy for the Gygas fight? The strategy for the Gygas fight's pretty simple. Round 1, Paul is going to die because Paul is level 1. Doesn't matter what I have her do. With a multi-body rocket at Pokey. And we're going to throw a super bomb at Pokey. Now, this is the stronger version. Our two other party members are going to survive here. And I am mashing text as quickly as I can, but I don't think it's going to matter because we're gonna hit our HP thresholds anyway. Now, getting the bad RNG on the first turn might mean we end up having to reset here. I don't think we'll get everybody's turn out. Now, we'll res Paula. And then even if I wanted to just to show it off, I could try to res Dan, but Paul's gonna be dead again. Yeah, so I need to get lucky on the first turn for Gygas fight. There's nothing I can do. That's just a coin flip on round 1 of the Gygas fight, and I gotta get coin has to land on heads for me. The neat thing is that even if I went with the old route or the pajama percent route and Paula was leveled up, if Gygas uses his powerful ability on round 1, you're kind of toast anyway. In pajama percent, you have Ness in your party, so Ness can kind of save the day there and res anybody who gets knocked, can res Paula if she gets knocked out, or res Jeff if he gets knocked out. I don't have that luxury. I'm down a party member from the start, basically, but still, even in that case, if Gygas opens up with Beta, you're in a world of hurt. I wonder how the longer categories, longer speedruns for this game, I wonder how they deal with that. They may just be leveled up enough where Paul is gonna go first, and it doesn't matter. Okay. Attempt number 2. That's a lot better. Ooh, Paula gut saved. There's a very tiny chance that when you take fatal damage in this game that you get what's called a gut save and you survive with 1 hit point. So I'm glad I bothered to check Paula's targeting there, or that would have been bad. I think I should just use the life balls on her. She's gonna die here. I need everybody to get their turn here. Let's go. Why did his hit points not stop? Hold on. What just happened? His hit points are supposed to stop scrolling. I swore. What just happened there? I just got hosed. What happened? Huh? I swore that when Pokey starts talking, the hit points pause. I would have sworn. I would have bet anything. Huh? I've never not been able to get the life noodles out on round 2 during this. So I don't know what just happened. And it's not like I haven't had everybody knocked out on that turn before. I have had that happen. I've had that happen a lot. But I've always gotten the life noodles out. So what just happened to me there? What? That's so weird. I feel like something went wrong there. What a lousy damage roll. So if we get scrolling HP after this text box, then I know something goofy happened on that last attempt. If not, I guess I just got lucky there. Okay. So now we're on phase 2 to fight, we're on phase 2 to fight. And I've got everybody upright. This is kind of weird. From this point forward, the only party member that matters is Paula. Everybody else is very superfluous, and in fact, it's just costing me time because I have to menu through their turns. Our strategy here is to let the gear carry the day. I'm actually even gonna try and throw a heal on Paula. This guy should be pretty low on hit points at this point. Yep. So for phase 2 and 3 of this fight, Gygus only has 3 abilities. One of those abilities None of which you can really see what they are. You just have to see what hits you. Yeah, that's what the text says. You can't comprehend the nature of Gygas's attack or something like that. Well, one of those attacks is a lightning attack. And Paula, or Jane, has the Franken badge. It's going to reflect all lightning attacks. So that's not going to hit her. One of the other attacks is PK Flash. And Jane has the C pendant on, which makes her completely immune to PK Flash. Which is nice because PK Flash has a lot of random effects that it can do. One of which just being you die. It's just one hit KO. You just drop dead. You just immediately drop to 0 hit points, I should say. You don't scroll down. It's just instant KO. That's why Dan just went from 43 to 0 hit points in phase 2 at a fight. He got PK flashed. And that's why at some point Pooh will probably just get zeroed out. We'll just get sent to the Shadow Realm by PK Flash. Paula doesn't have to worry about that. The third ability that Gygas has is, I think it's PK Freeze. But the C pendant's going to it's going to reduce PK Freeze damage by a lot. It'll be very manageable damage. The only issue being that PK Freeze has a chance to make me lose a turn. The only thing I have to do for the last phase of the Gygas fight here is have Jane pray 9 turns in a row. We've already got 1 turn out the way, so I got 8 left. 7 left now. And that's why you can do this with Paula at level 1. Because once you get past the first phase of the fight, you can get it to where she'll take at most like 10 damage a turn. So if you give her healing items to work with, and she can, heal anytime she gets frozen, odds are you're gonna be able to, you'll get good enough RNG to get through the end of the fight. Because at this point, he'd have to freeze me like 10, 15, maybe 20 turns in a row. Or 20 turns out of the next 30. And the odds are just not in Gygas's favor for that. And you also have to think that right now, somehow Pooh is still alive. So if he keeps freezing everybody, then Pooh's not going to die. So Pooh can also heal. He would be better off spamming Flash at this point to try to get Auto off the board, and then spamming Freeze. See, there's the PK Freeze. I'm gonna just go ahead and heal earlier than I normally would. Normally I'd take 2 hits before freezing. Look at that, but we end up getting hit back to back there. There we go. Yeah, so I guess it's like 20 to the next 30 turns, or like 4 turns in a row. I'm also SOL. It's just not likely to happen that way, though. What am I doing? Hey, dudes. Oh, hit the break man. Here, we're at full health. We're fine. Forgot what I was doing for a second. I think we can be. I think we can start sniffing at sub 120 once I get used to the new route and don't goof up the new route as much as I did this run. I think we could be sniffing at sub 120, and especially if I get a sub 120, I'm definitely submitting this to GDQ. It's already like number 1 on the list anyway, but if we get like a sub 120, I feel really good about it, even though it's not a mainstream category at all. I feel really good about it. I can't remember the last time I got like a sub 135 in this route. I think I got a 145 at MagFast a couple of years ago, but I don't think I've gotten a sub 145 in a long time. Two turns left. Let's go. Let's go. We might PB. I think we are going to PB. Heck yeah, man. Let's go. Yeah, I think we can cut another 10 minutes off with some better Gygas RNG and not goofing up the run. I think we get sub 125 once I get the new route committed to memory and just go the right way every time. I think one sub 125 is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, that's right. I need to also, on the to-do list, I gotta fix a couple splits and type a few loose ends in the notes. That's thing A. Thing B, I need to get Coil Snake up and running again and put probably put the debug menu on the Franklin badge, because I know I'll have the Franklin badge at the end of the game, and I need to do that so I can do some post-game incentives, and actually some mid-run incentives too that I offer depending on who gets picked for the guest character bid war, in order to maybe fix things that go wrong. I'd want debug menu to be able to fix the party, because sometimes a guest character will turn to the teddy bear that Paula brings in the party, and then you kind of got a little bit of a problem there. I could also put it on the letter from Tony. Boom, 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 boom. That's thing number 2. What was thing number 3? Thing number 3 is I need to time out the Horn of Life acquisition, which way I'm gonna pick that up. What else do I gotta do? What's on my homework list? Oh, I gotta fix the tracker for football scores. I gotta do that too. And I really should rat out the post-game content I want to show off, because I feel like I'm always kind of winging it. If I can get a good script to follow, we'd definitely be better off. I'd definitely be better off. I could show off more, because you can do some fun stuff at the end of the game with Paula and Pokey and no Ness. Because if you bring Paula back to her house like you're supposed to as Ness can walk Paula home, and Paula will leave the party, which leaves you with just Pokey, who's not in the party. So you have a party of 0 people in it, and that's fun. Then if you manage to bring Pokey all the way home, funny stuff happens with that too. But I think for that you have to actually get Picky and Buzz, because the Starman fight's gonna be in your way otherwise. You won't be able to advance the story. But that's all for another day. That was kind of a shorter stream. I wasn't expecting to, I figured I'd have to reset at least once, but we got a good run in. I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna get a good sleep tonight, and then come back at it again tomorrow and try and chase down to 120. Until next time, everybody stay safe, have fun, take care of yourself and each other. I will see you next time. Oh, yeah, sushi nasai.